The claim that science is satanic and deceptive to faithful Christians is a notion that has been perpetuated by certain groups and individuals. This idea is often rooted in the belief that science and Christianity are mutually exclusive, and that scientific discoveries and theories are tends to undermine the authority of the Bible and the Christian faith. However, this perspective is not only misguided but also ignores the complex and nuanced relationship between science and Christianity. One of the primary arguments made by those who claim that science is satanic is that it contradicts the Bible and the teachings of Christianity. For example, the theory of evolution is often cited as a prime example of scientific deception, as it suggests that humans and other living organisms evolved over time through natural processes, rather than being created by God in their current form. However, this argument is based on a literal interpretation of the Bible, which is not necessarily the only valid interpretation. Many Christians interpret the Bible in a more metaphorical or allegorical sense, and see no conflict between their faith and the scientific theory of evolution. Another argument made by those who claim that science is satanic is that it is based on human reason and observation, rather than on divine revelation. This perspective suggests that science is limited by its reliance on human senses and intellect, and that it is therefore incapable of grasping spiritual or supernatural truths. However, this argument ignores the fact that many scientists are also people of faith, and that science and Christianity are not necessarily in conflict. In fact, many scientists see their work as a way of exploring and understanding the natural world, which they believe was created by God. Furthermore, the idea that science is satanic and deceptive to faithful Christians ignores the many contributions that science has made to human knowledge and well-being. Scientific discoveries and advancements have led to countless improvements in fields such as medicine, technology, and environmental conservation. For example, scientific research has led to the development of vaccines and treatments for diseases, which have saved countless lives and improved the health and well-being of millions of people. Similarly, scientific discoveries about the natural world have led to a greater understanding of the importance of conservation and environmental protection, which is essential for maintaining the health and sustainability of our planet. In addition, the claim that science is satanic and deceptive to faithful Christians is also based on a false dichotomy between faith and reason. This perspective suggests that individuals must choose between their faith and their rational faculties, and that it is impossible to reconcile the two. However, this is not necessarily the case. Many people of faith see their faith and reason as complementary, rather than contradictory. They believe that their faith provides a moral and spiritual framework for understanding the world, while their reason and rational faculties allow them to explore and understand the natural world. It is also worth noting that the idea that science is satanic and deceptive to faithful Christians is often based on a lack of understanding about the scientific method and the principles of scientific inquiry. Science is not a monolithic entity that is driven by a single agenda or ideology, but rather a diverse and dynamic field that is characterized by debate, discussion, and revision. Scientific theories and hypotheses are constantly being tested and refined, and scientists are committed to following the evidence wherever it may lead. In conclusion, the claim that science is satanic and deceptive to faithful Christians is a misguided and overly simplistic perspective that ignores the complex and nuanced relationship between science and Christianity. While there may be areas of tension and disagreement between the two, it is also possible to see science and Christianity as complementary and mutually enriching. By embracing a more nuanced and multifaceted understanding of the relationship between science and faith, we can work towards a greater appreciation and respect for the contributions that both have made to human knowledge and well-being. Ultimately, it is possible to be a faithful Christian and also to appreciate and respect the insights and discoveries of science without seeing the two as being in conflict.